Hey folks, Justin Thayer, teamthayer.com. Today we're getting to the basics of sales. So I have two concepts that I've always combined. I've always seen them as one, and that is building rapport / mirroring. Two of the most fundamental basics in all sales, in all genres. So first and foremost, when you meet a person for the first time, a potential client, a client, whatever that may be, you're meeting these people for the first time, okay? You need to get them quickly to like you, to be familiar with you, to feel like you're familiar with them. You have to have some kind of, you got to connect on a topic quickly to build that rapport. And the key to this is, I think a lot of salespeople get confused, and I know, being in sales a long time, being in different genres of sales, everything from selling cars to advertising to equipment to real estate now, which I feel like I graduated at each level up. One of the things that I've seen is people doing it wrong, making things up and not really finding true common ground. What's something that you both have in common, okay? The first and easiest way to do this is simply, where do you work? Where are you from? What are your hobbies? Okay? Right, and you're gonna kind of want to, this line of questioning needs to be fairly quick until you can hit on something. In the construction, if you will, of building rapport, you got to be funny. You have to make people laugh, right? The quicker you can make somebody laugh, the more at ease they're gonna be. This guy's all right. When you're in a sales position, when you're a salesperson, right? They know what your job is. Your job is to relieve them of their hard-earned precious assets, which is gonna be money at this day and age, right? That is your job. They're very aware of that, okay? When people approach you, they are aware of what your job is. And you kind of have to separate yourself from the stigma of the salesperson, if you will, and make yourself a person. Who are you? At your core, who are you? Doesn't matter. You don't have to be funny like I'm funny. You can have a very dry sense of humor. You can have jokes that you've rehearsed, right? And it's because you're better at that. You're a script guy. You're a script person, right? As long as they're funny and you can put them in at the right time, it all works. You have to make people laugh, okay? Common ground. Make them laugh as soon as possible. Let me explain mirroring. That's something you already do. You don't know you do it, but it's something that you can enhance. It's something that you can be mindful of. Because once you're mindful of mirroring, you start to understand body language better, and you're able to pull back, right? Go forward, depending on body language. Now, I'm not going to give a lesson on body language. A person who's great at mirroring you have all the tools already, is what mirroring is. Basically, I'm with a client, right? So, and this is an extreme version, right? The client sits like this. Well, yeah, right? I'm going to, in a way, I'm going to mirror it. I'm not going to be exactly the same, right? So, if the client is, is pointing things out a lot, right? I'm going to go ahead and follow that lead and take that note and say, I'm going to start pointing things out with them. So we're on the same page. Basically, what mirroring does, it's something that we naturally do. A lot of people don't know that even do it. And if you're not doing it naturally, you might want to work on it, because it probably means you're not comfortable in a social environment. Okay? But just being aware of it. Now, mirroring is something that you can take way too far, and obviously you don't want to be ridiculous. You want to be mindful. Take people's cues, right? People like themselves, and people like to buy from people they like. Okay, this is an old concept I learned so many years ago. People like People like themselves, and people like to buy from people they like. Okay? So, you know what? People from all genres of life, all walks, all classes, they're going to come and seek my help in my hired profession as a salesperson. And all these people, I need to mesh with them on some kind of level. Now, I don't want to, that doesn't mean when I go to a client's house and he's a hunter, I'm going to go and camouflage with an arrow quiver around my back. But what that means, I'm going to kind of immerse that part of my personality into their personality. Everybody has different aspects of their personality. Nobody's just one way. Everybody has different facets, different things that interest and things that they like. But what you're doing when you're mirroring / building rapport is you're melding your facet that matches with their facet, and you're melding those and going forward like in that direction. Because that's what people want to do as humans.